Okay, so this video is going to be about power of knowing what you actually like. When you learn like what you can live without, you're able to ask life for a very best because you possess the gift of discernment. You're able to create an authentic life because you're able to create conscious choices. Right? This is a quote from Sarah, right? One of the quote I read on Pinterest. That's why I decided to make this video because I thought this is a very interesting topic. When you're able to make choices for yourself, which you actually like, many people can decide for themselves like what they actually like, what they actually want in life. And when you actually know like what you want in life, I call it having a great taste, right? In anything, it can be anything. But what I love about that quote is that you don't have to try hard in order to get that taste, right? It's very personal. It's about staying true to your core. If you're looking for internal ways to build beauty in your life, the kind that feels fun and genuine on personal taste, maybe to some people the word taste doesn't resonate with them, and I get it. It can sound intimidating, like having taste can sound intimidating or even a little pretentious, but underneath that word, I think this is really about discernment, self-trust, creative identity. Taste can take shape in your creative choices and the environment you build around you, like movies, books, style, projects, decor, music, art. And it doesn't have to be so serious. It sounds ridiculous, but I think I express my beliefs through aesthetics, my surroundings, and my style. Even though the decision to start for the record are extensions of my values, I use creative practice as a mirror for my identity. I always have been sensitive to beauty. Even as a kid, if I couldn't sleep, I'd beautify something in order to get that relief. And embracing something that you really love actually feels different for the time, right? You actually know what you want. You actually have the taste. You actually have taste for something. Sometimes people will call you performative if you like something which is like out of ordinary, or it is very mainstream. Like, you get hate for liking mainstream things. Why is that? Because everybody watching the same thing or listening to the same thing, but it doesn't really fucking matter. Right? What matters is what you like, what you actually like listening. If you like listening to a mainstream artist, that's you, right? People calling it pretentious doesn't even matter. Even if I listen to some artist which is very popular, back then it used to be cringe. Suddenly it is all performative. Everything is performative right now. Your visual autobiography at its simplest, taste means ability to recognize and appreciate what is beautiful, good, or appropriate. To me, it's the quiet art of knowing what it feels like to you. Maybe a muscle built through observation, intuition, and repetition. It's how your inner world becomes visible to outside. Every object is a memory, a reflection of who you were in that season or that particular moment. If you can feel the soul in those memories, if you can feel the soul in those objects, then that is you. It's not about having a better taste, it's about having your own taste, right? It is something that I want. It is something that I want for myself. It is something that I would like to listen. And your definition of taste is very unique to you. Right now it's the age of aesthetic, and if you scroll for long enough, social media convinces us that beauty can be bought and that taste can also be copied. And I have personally fallen prey to that so fucking often. Right? If I see a pair of jeans which is very popular on mainstream, I'm most likely going to buy that pair of jeans. So what I did was, one of the solutions what I did was, I began to curate consciously, to intentionally follow people who make me feel expansive, not insufficient, who makes me feel good, to engage deeply with what genuinely fascinates me, to journal and document my own experiences. We are all borrowing from a shared creative ecosystem, collecting cues, quirks, and influences that affect our unique way of seeing, right? Taste isn't perfection, it is collection of small imperfect cues that form your worldview, right? I think that's it for this piece. I'm running out of storage. I have to fucking go. It's a third. Peace out.